What is going on, everybody? John Impemba here with Howard Bender. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm NFL Week 8 betting playbook. Howard, NFL season rolls on here. We've had some nice weeks of some winning picks, and we'll keep tide rolling here into Week 8, man.
Yeah, I kind of, I lost money last week just because I took a couple of chances. I parlayed some stuff up there with Quinshon Judkins, rushing yards and touchdown, anytime touchdowns
You
in
had the
there.
touchdowns, you know.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Mason Taylor, huge letdown last week. So, listen, but, I said it last week, right? I said on this show, I said, I'm either going to lose money or it's going to be a crazy, crazy week. And I lost a little bit of money, not huge, like 2 units, I think overall is where I ended up finishing out, maybe 2.5.
Yeah.
But it was good. Everything's over on the Fantasy Alarm Bet Tracker, so you don't have to just take my word for it here. You can go and actually see where we're at here, because everything that we bring you here, we put on the website as well.
Yep, 100%. And go over there, click the NFL, the sports betting tab on the Fantasy Alarm, click on the NFL Experts Picks tab, and you'll see all of our picks, not just for the NFL season, but there's sport tabs too. So NBA is in full swing, NHL still going on. We got World Series bets for everybody. So you can follow all of our picks from all of our analysts there over at Fantasy Alarm. But let's just waste no more time. Let's just get into Week 8 here. Your top player prop to start off the week, Devon Achane, over 4.5 receptions. Miami, a matchup against Atlanta.
Yeah, I think this is kind of an easy one here. Miami's going to be playing from behind. They're dealing with injuries. They're struggling. This is going to be, I expect to see a lot of Bijan Robinson in this one here. So I think in order to, counter and also not have Darren Waller in there, I think you're going to have to throw the football more to Devon Achane. So 4.5 receptions. He's cleared this a couple of times already this season. I don't think that this is a difficult one at all.
No, and I'm curious to see just how long Tua Tagovailoa is actually under center in this one. If he gets off to another bad start, maybe throws an early pick or two, you might see Quinn Ewers, you might see Zach Wilson in there. We'll see somebody other than Tua, and then you'll be looking at even more checkdowns probably to the running back. So I am a fan of that pick here this week. My first player prop, we're going to go with one we've played a lot of this year. And that is running backs under yardage against the Cleveland Browns. I'm not going to take what Ramondre Stevenson did against the Tennessee Titans and now assume that the New England Patriots have figured out how to run the football. They've been one of the worst running football teams all season long, and now they're going up against a Browns defense that when you try to run up the middle against them, you can't. And Ramondre Stevenson is not the guy that gets to the edge and makes big plays. We saw the Browns defense, be susceptible to that to a couple of running backs. Guys that can get out to the edge and make big runs. That is not the Ramondre Stevenson game. So I'm going to go back to the under 48.5 rushing yards for Stevenson. I think the Patriots, the only way to beat them this week in Cleveland is going to be throwing the football.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Again, you can't attack Cleveland on the ground. There's only one running back who's had success against the Cleveland run defense, and that was Jahmyr Gibbs. So that definitely makes a whole lot of sense there. For sure.
Yeah. Your next player prop that you're going with, you have Michael Pittman over 48.5 receiving yards. I was close to taking this one myself, but then saw you took it, so I went in a different direction. So we're in lockstep on this one here.
Yeah, everybody just expects a heavy Jonathan Taylor game, and I do as well, but you're still going to have to throw the football, and L'Jarius Sneed just landed on IR. Michael Pittman's averaging 7 targets, 5 catches, and 50 yards a game. So if you look at the DVOA for Tennessee, they were already ranking 27th, I believe, or 22nd against opposing wide receiver ones, giving up an average of 50 yards per game. So with no L'Jarius Sneed out there, I think this one's kind of easy too.
Yeah, I don't know if you caught the Kayshon Boutte comments after the Patriots win last week, but they talked about his long touchdown catch. And they said, yeah, we've been studying the tape of the Tennessee Titans and their safeties and corners play lazy. It's not exactly what you want to hear. not a great indictment on the team. Mike McCoy had to defend his secondary at the podium this week, and he says, oh, we don't see it that way. Well, you guys aren't winning football games and teams are torching you, so maybe they are playing a bit lazy in the secondary there. My next play here that we're going to rock with, we have Bijan Robinson over the 90.5 rushing yards. No team is allowing more rushing yards in football than the Miami Dolphins. This one feels pretty easy. Robinson is very capable. If you've seen him go 50, 60-yard touchdown runs, I expect a heavy workload, big gaps here. Bijan Robinson feels like maybe my lock of the week at the over 90.5 rushing yards for me there. And I know you kind of agree with that one, Bender.
I definitely agree with that one. I was actually looking for Tyler Algier props.
Honestly, yeah.
It's at around like 40 and a half, 41 and a half right now, but Algier is dealing with a hip issue. And so he's been very limited throughout the week. So I just figured I'll err on the side of caution and not go with him there. But I've got more on the Falcons coming up. So yeah, I'm with you on that one there. My final prop. There you go. Are we not going to cap off Sunday night National Tight End Day with a tight end touchdown? Tucker Kraft, it's plus 130 over on DK. I believe it's similar right there over on BetMGM as well. I mean, listen, you've got the Pittsburgh Steelers. I get it. It's like Aaron Rodgers and he's coming back and whatnot. But the Pittsburgh Steelers, I think they're ranking in as a bottom 10 team in DVOA against the tight end position. They're giving up an average of 6 catches for 60 yards to the position. And they've also allowed 4 touchdowns to tight ends already this season. So Tucker Kraft, his role in this passing offense. And Pittsburgh does want to try and show up Aaron Rodgers. So I think Kraft gets into the end zone for an easy one.
I like it. Tight ends have been scoring touchdowns pretty consistently, it feels like, this season. So I'm in on that. There was actually a little bit of a viral tweet a few weeks back where they bet the first touchdown of the game being and they selected the tight end for each team, and they hit 5 of them, which is obviously huge payouts going on there. All right, my final player prop here for the week, Cortland Sutton over 59.5 yards. Again, you have that shootout, Denver versus Dallas. We know Dallas just gives up big chunk yardage. I'm in on the Bo Nix after last week and that comeback win for them. So give me the Sutton 59.5 yards here against Cowboys.
Yeah, I like that one as well. Deron Bland might be on Cortland Sutton a bunch, but as soon as guys like Troy Franklin and Marvin Mims start torching the other side, they're going to have to try and keep Bland on one spot there. He's not going to shut down Cortland Sutton by any means. No. So I dig it. He's one of my favorite. You know it. Let's get to our game bets.
Game bets. Your first pick here. You got Falcons minus 7.5. Again, I got the Bijan. You got the Falcons.
Your Honor, the defense rests. I mean, listen, I looked at what the odds were to just kind of buy off that half point. And I mean, it really just didn't make much sense, right? Going from minus 110 to minus 130 for the half point. I mean, I might as well just go for it, right? So yeah. I'm just going to leave it at the 7.5. Miami's atrocious. They're 1-3 against the spread on the road anyway, so I'm fine there.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Again, I don't know how Mike McDaniel's still the head coach of that football team, so this might be.
They're not going to fire him until they get back from Spain. They're not going to try an interim coach, go over to Europe for I think it's week 10 or week 11 or something like that.
My pick here, I'm going to go with the under Patriots Browns. It's 40.5. Again, the Patriots have been putting up a lot of points. This is probably one of the better defenses they've actually faced, especially that front seven, which you get May under pressure. They can't sit back there and throw all day. I think the under could come in here. And also the Browns really can only run the football. We talk about the Browns run defense. It's actually the Patriots that have allowed the 3rd fewest rushing yards in football this season. The Browns are 4th in rushing yards per game. So 2 teams that stop the run. They're going to give the ball to Quinshon Judkins 20 times, but who knows how effective he's actually going to be. So give me the under 40.5 here, Patriots Browns.
Yeah, this is that also makes me want to sit Mac Jones in fantasy too, which is a little bit of a bummer there. But
Mac Jones? Drake May?
Not Mac Jones. What's his face?
May?
Drake May.
Yeah, Drake
they're
May.
all they all look the same to me.
Oh, you damn! They're both number 10, so I'll give you that one. Your next pick here, you got Titans Colts under 47.5.
I mean, I just don't see how the Titans put up really any points on the Colts. Colts defense is rock solid. They gave up a bunch to the Chargers last week in the second half, kind of taking their foot off the gas. But that's the Chargers. That's Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen and Ladd McConkey, right? That's a team. Tennessee is not a team. So I don't want to take I don't want to lay 14.5 points. I never lay double-digit points when I bet. It's the NFL. The only thing that's going to hurt me here is if the Colts really do take their foot off the gas and they get a backdoor cover. But I mean, this game here has 31-3, 31-7 vibes for me.
Yeah, got to do the 3-pick teaser there. Falcons, Patriots, Browns under, Titans, Colts under, and tease it all around to get your 7 points all three ways. Next pick here for me, I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills -7. I get it. Bills have not looked great, but they are coming off a bye, and they have the Carolina Panthers. Andy Dalton's going to be starting for them this week. I just think this has to be a get-right spot for Buffalo. For 3 weeks now, the talk is just that the Patriots are back. You got to think Josh Allen and that team's going to come out and kind of restamp themselves and be like, hey, don't forget about us here. We're still a contender in this division. It's great to see what New England's doing. So give me Buffalo -7.
Yeah, you just need them to shore up the run defense. They don't have issues like, running the football. They don't have issues throwing the football. It's just stopping the run. If they can focus on that one in this one, it should be an easy game.
Next pick you have here, Steelers +3.
I hate the narrative, but you know what? With the way that my season and the Jets season is going this year, right? It's just more Aaron Rodgers, just kind of shoving this in our face. He's at home. Steelers defense, we usually like at home, even though their Steelers defense isn't what it used to be. Sure. But Aaron Rodgers going up against his old team, the Packers, I think there's going to be some extra motivation from, him, from the rest of the crew. So I'll just take the Sunday night home dog here and just take the points. It does, again, this one here, I'm a little iffy on. This is more narrative street than it is actual game belief. But I kind of look at this one here, and I think that the Steelers at home are I don't know, 5-3 in their last 8 games there at home. I don't remember what the exact number is, but I'm just going to take the Steelers plus the points.
I'll say this. Sometimes we overplay sort of revenge narratives and this and that. No, Aaron Rodgers is a spiteful SOB, and he absolutely wants to bury Green Bay here. So I'm in on that for sure. Then my final pick here, we're going to rock with the Cincinnati Bengals -6. Sorry, Howard. But I just don't see how the Jets, regardless of who's quarterback or what they're doing offensively or defensive, didn't Sauce Gardner leave an injury last week? I just don't see it. Joe Flacco is going to drop back. You guys probably should have kept him. You had Flacco for a day, didn't you? For a little bit, right? Throw him 45 times. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Bengals -6. You can lock that one in.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Everybody's complaining about the fact that Aaron Glenn isn't naming a starting quarterback yet. Ladies and gentlemen, he's not naming a starting quarterback because he wants it to be Tyrod Taylor, but Taylor is dealing with a knee injury. So if he commits to Taylor, then he's already saying, up yours to Fields again. And if Taylor isn't able to go, then he has to turn around and be like, all right, well, now Justin Fields is going to play.
Right.
So if Taylor is healthy enough to go, he's going to start. And if he's not healthy enough to go, you'll see Justin Fields.
I like it. And again, ultimately, probably doesn't matter, but it's good to see where it's at. All right, we had what's our 6th place here? I'm looking on the screen. Let's see what the teaser would come out to here for this bender. We've never really done this, but I'm curious to see what we would have our picks come out to. So Titans Colts is the under there. Let's see. Titans Colts. Let's do the parlay and the teaser. So the under 47.5. And then we had the Falcons -7.5 was the other one here. Atlanta -7.5. So if we just did a parlay of this, $10 would win you $477. If you wanted to do a 6-point teaser, it's 5-1. That would knock everything down a little bit there for you. You get your Bills -1, Bengals even, under the 46.5 for Patriots Browns, Steelers +9, under 53.5 for Titans Colts, and Falcons -1.5. Get 5-1 on that.
I like that. We should put that one in.
Right. Well, maybe we'll throw that ticket in for us for the show bet here on the 6-point teaser. All right, everybody. We appreciate you tuning in. Again, leave a comment in the comment section. Let us know who your favorite bet is for NFL Week 8. You can follow all of our best bets, game predictions, player props, all the good stuff over at fantasyalarm.com right now. And if you want to go join the Fantasy Alarm family, you can use promo code OCT30, OCT30 for 30% off the annual subscription package right now. So make sure you go check that one out there. Save a big whole load of money and get us for a year all content under the All Pro subscription package. Bender and I will be back next week. Good luck, everybody. Let's go make some money.